Picture, if you will, okay, with me. You wake up in the morning, all right? You're a little groggy still. You decide you're going to go take a shower, okay? Start your day off right. Wake yourself up a little bit. Now you're there. You're doing your business. You're bathing, washing away the worries, the filth, everything, the sleep. Having a wonderful time. Suddenly, Lucifer corners you into non-consensual piss play. Okay? It is fire. Everything burns. Your skin is melting off of you. And then it's fine. Everything is fine. Shh, it's fine. Relax. Be at peace. Everything's fine. And he's back! Alright? Right up your ass. Alright? And then it's fine. And it's fine for just a brief few seconds before the white frost itself decides to make an appearance in your shower and fondle you just a little bit, just a little nip, and everything's fine. And then suddenly Lucifer's back at your front once more, and it's just back and forth, and it's never ending, and there is no peace, and there is no God in this apartment. Okay? There is only the shower that you wake up and fight every day. Because I have a goldfish fucking brain, I forget every day. So every time it starts, it's a surprise. There is no peace. Okay? This is hell. This is a purgatory that I do not deserve. I am not this bad of a person. Okay? Welcome to Scion, Godsend. I have no announcements. Just please let me use your shower. Let's go ahead and meet our heroes.
You see, when I take a scalding shower, I feel kind of like I just kind of sit there for half an hour, and then I feel kind of like a newborn baby snake that just kind of shed its skin. I'm not really sure who peed a jet stream on our GM, but it sounds super fun, and I'm into it. Joy to the afterburn.
That's what we're ending the season on, guys. Isn't that great? This is the quality entertainment that we bring you.
There's two things, if nothing else, that you guys should take away from that. The first, hygiene is important. And the second, consent is sexy.
Consent is indeed sexy. Yeah. So again, in the spirit of consent, baby, please let me come over and use your shower. I'm so tired. I don't know if I can keep doing this. Welcome to Scion Godsend. I'm unhinged, alright? And I'm about to make it everyone's fucking problem. Let's jump right into today's episode, shall we? Gregor, if you would kindly give me a recap while I try to gather what is left of my fucking sanity.
All right. So last episode, our Scions were running out of our home because somebody was pissed at us, and we didn't want to summon them in our house. We proceeded to leave pretty quickly. You know, gave it about a week and a half before we called them back, like a good person. Then we called them back in Las Vegas once we realized that Las Vegas had become a dry county. Then Thalis went and I'm fairly certain it's one of his pantheon's core tenets to never take accountability for your actions, and he went and told Dionysus that he would do that he would break that core tenet. And Dionysus, having been incredibly pissed at him for that week and a half break, because we left him on red, suddenly got real friendly, and at that moment Thalis should have realized he fucked up. Because Dionysus went and did, his party cult thing, because he was happy because somebody else was stupid enough to take accountability for his actions. Then we went to Denver. Gideon did some stuff with some people I don't remember exists, and proceeded to take their Smith, convince him to come join us. He ended up in the van. I lost some humanity as I sacrificed 6 people to the greenish flame. Then me and Thalis went down into the bunker network underneath Denver, which, if you don't know, may or may not actually exist. There's no official maps of them. However, there's a lot of documents that are very redacted that may or may not have maps of them. Then we found the greenish flame. Thalis proceeded to give it food he had pre-chewed for it. As I gained its blessing, we proceeded to leave, lock the door, or close the door behind us, so the flame didn't consume us all. Then we met up with Gideon, got the Smith in the car, and we were heading back to good old California, where the alert was, docked legally. I assure you. And while we were in Utah in that godless land, we proceeded to get attacked by Zeus, as Thalis is now in the process of facing the consequences for his actions that he went and took accountability for. We don't know why Zeus has decided to kill us, but he has taken what apparently is the most appropriate course of action, because of course, the king of the gods would never overreact. Never! Not once! We should have traveled through Arizona. We would have been slightly safer.
How would we have been safer in Arizona?
There are other gods that he would have to fucking deal with before we could get there. Hopefully we'd get through Arizona before he even was able to get to us.
Fair enough.
Would have been slightly safer, honestly.
Huh. Right. Yes. Yeah. If I recall correctly, he had just thrown the bolt when we closed out last week.
Someone's saying that you're muted, just so you know. I don't know if they're right or if they're wrong. I can hear you.
They
but I don't know
are.
if they're right.
They are absolutely right. It was muted in OBS. I apologize.
Okay.
But we'll pick up exactly where we left off. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate you. Yeah, we'll pick up exactly where we left off. The bolt has been thrown. Thalis, you are at the driver's seat, so it's kind of up to you to decide if this is going to hit or not.
I would like to take an action, if I may.
By all means.
I will exit the van through the front window.
All right.
And I would like to intercept the bolt with my broadside, and I'll leave it to you to guess which side that is.
I love that. Let's have a dexterity. Dexterity, and I would assume athletics, but if you want to make an argument for something else,
Athletics is fine. For the purpose of this, I will be activating the carapace of the end, so I'll be emerging on the other side of the van, full-sized, feet planted, letting said lightning wash over me like warm Satan pee.
perfect. I
As
love
you
that
do.
for you.
No, we're at 2 momentum, correct?
We're gonna
Yeah,
call
that's
this
the
at the
dragon.
start of this scene. The start of this. This is essentially going to be combat. Spoiler alert. It will give you guys 3.
Hooray!
Yeah.
And spend it all in one place.
And because there is no way in hell. I mean, getting in front of a lightning bolt is going to require some epic dexterity. So let's go ahead and throw some collateral on the pool.
I love that.
As I do need some speed for scale and movement as I am chasing a lightning bolt.
Excellent.
So between the dexterity epicenter, the unearthly speed, and the greaves of interception, I will be at +3 scale. So 3 momentum. Not 3 momentum, 3 collateral. Sorry.
Puts us at 8.
And
8 collateral,
I'll
you
be-
said.
and I will imbue a legend.
Understood. Gregor, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you say 8 collateral?
Correct.
Lovely.
We're very close.
Oh shit! I hit that. I didn't mean to hit that button. I assume you'll handle any scale differences that need to be considered.
I absolutely will.
Oh! We are tenning. We're tenning very hard. So 12 successes at +3 scale.
12 successes at +3 scale. So for the moment, so that we are all clear, for the moment, for everyone's knowledge, so we're all on the same page, you are at scale 3, tier 3 for scale, correct?
Well, I'm at +3 scale, so whatever that is.
Copy, understood. All right, perfect. So
Yeah,
that
I think I start at 1, right?
yes, as hero.
Well, it's tier. I mean, I was talking about scale.
Yeah. I lost my scale. Stand by for me, please. You're at scale 3.
+3.
Yeah, +3 scale. So, 12 successes. You are currently on par with the incarnation of Zeus.
Oh, what a way to start the finale off.
So, with that being said, with 12 successes, you will just intercept the lightning bolt, sparing the van. Gideon, do you know something that maybe the audience doesn't? What's going on here? About your interception.
Oh, I mean, so there's a couple things really. So the Carapace of the End, which is my Titanic mutation, also grants me resistance to lightning because I hate Zeus. So that's a thing. In addition, is there any damage coming off of this chap? Off of this bolt?
There should be, yes.
Like how much damage?
You should, after everything's said and done, what you've essentially done is provided a massive complication. He's not going to hit his target. You are intercepting it. He is not going to buy off that complication, so there is a
that's good.
threshold, essentially, of 3. You would usually take, depending on, you are wearing armor, what value?
The Carapace of the End provides me with 3 soft armor.
Excellent.
So let's just so that's normally like, what is that? 4 + 3, so 7 for a critical. If he wants a critical.
Correct.
And 5 on the defense. So
there's yeah, at the very least, you should be being dealt a bruised condition with given everything at this point.
It's really funny you mentioned that, because the Epic Stamina Epicenter, against all attacks that physically harm me, give me also durability scale at +2.
Excellent.
In addition, my form rejects such abuse so firmly that every time an effect fails to damage me, it instead causes collateral damage to things or people around me. So add another die to the collateral pool, please.
Excellent. Greg, you got that for me?
Muted.
We're at 9.
Excellent. Perfect. God, I love this. I love this fucking game. We're at 9 collateral. So, Gideon.
And I will imbue a legend for Adamant Body to give myself another +1 soft armor. Actually, no, I won't do that. We'll save that for. No, I will do that. Yeah, just to kind of shrug that one off.
Okay. So, no damage is dealt. Thalis in the rear view. Perhaps you began to step on the gas to move out of the way. Gregor, where are you in this moment in the van?
I was on the bed. I'm on the floor. I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Perfect. I love that for you. So Thalis, Gregor, there's a lot of bullshit going on outside. Gideon has now rocketed himself outside of the front window. Thalis, you have to deal with that now. The front windshield is gone. Yeah, you guys are just seeing Gideon erupt from the front of the van and appear behind it. Thalis, you see in the rear view, Gideon has taken the bolt of lightning straight to the chest. Gideon, for narrative flavor, take some narrative control. What would this look like for the world to see?
I mean, they've seen Gideon's Titanic form before, so he's increased in size. He's caked in solid molten rock and magma veins, and he looks like a monster. He looks nothing like a human. He looks like a force of nature, with giant rocky stony claws and magma pools.
And magma pools. Thalis, the smith is at the passenger side now, looking at the rear view. He hasn't said anything. He looks just concerned, a little excited, and kind of in awe of what he's seeing at this moment.
Yeah. So I more or less turning back to see out the back there. Now seeing Gregor on the floor and the smith, at least appearing to enjoy the show that has been presented.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, Gideon had to pee, so we made a pit stop.
What the?
No, Zeus is here, and he's fucking pissed.
Why is Zeus here?
Great question.
Yeah, interact with my transgressor now.
Now, with the narrative bits taken care of, let's have you guys roll some initiative.
Let's see. Initiative.
How does this work against the lowest of something or something and something else?
Plus best combat related skill.
Thank you.
1. Which
Wait,
athletics is a combat related skill since it's used for throwing weapons.
You said it was dexterity? I had a thing here saying that it was cunning plus best combat. That was the note that I was given earlier.
Let me verify for y'all.
Okay.
Initiative is best combat skill plus cunning.
Okay. Yeah, same dice pool for me, so.
Understood. You feel free to reroll it if you'd like, Gregor, since it was technically rolled with an incorrect skill, so if you'd like to.
I've got 5 in both. I don't care.
Understood.
Besides, I'm not a fighter. Zeus is just going to obliterate me anyways. I'm fine with waiting for it.
Okay. Thalis.
3.
Gideon.
See, I don't have his protections either,
5.
so
5. So 1, 3, and a 5. All of you may choose to swap if you'd like. If anyone wants to go at a different interval.
No, I'm good.
Yep, I'm good.
Understood. I am not good. I forgot D10s were necessary. So if you'll forgive me a second.
D10s aren't necessary. He doesn't need dice. Just get 0 on everything.
Oh, he's gonna need some dice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a lot of math rocks.
I mean, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
know it's Zeus, but you just hear
Listen,
pouring
it
out.
can't be a demigod incarnation, otherwise it would be free of him. And we could reason with it.
Yeah. Or it's extremely loyal and we're fucked.
When has Zeus ever showed loyalty?
Fair. You know, that's a good point.
Why would Zeus trust anybody?
Also fair. Yeah.
Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if he was more concerned that that his incarnations, once they reach demigod status, would try to steal Hera.
As time goes on, I think I'm realizing more and more how dysfunctional this family really is.
I mean, you know, Harris' sister, right?
Yeah.
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 It starts.
All right.
It starts at the top.
So, initiative order is going to go as follows. Zeus has 6, Gideon has 5, Thalis has got a 3, Gregor has a 1. That'll be your guys' roll order. If I fuck that up somewhere along the way, please, by all means, let me know, because I will likely end up doing that.
Is Mr. Smith not fighting?
You know what?
I'm just asking.
I have a feeling he's not going to be, but let's go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and get him rolled anyway.
Yeah.
Smith will go after you, Gregor.
Okay.
Rough. Excellent.
I'll trade spots with him.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Sure, why not?
Why not? I'll allow it.
He's our ally.
All right. Let's see. So we've got Zeus coming up. He has the bolt you have caught. Gideon has the returning tag. So you see it rocket away from you. Unless you'd like to use a reflexive action to do anything to try to stop that, that is going to return to his hands.
Sure.
He is going to activate a knack as a reflexive action. Gideon.
Yes.
All of you may attempt to try to resist this. He is activating something called unmistakable dynamism. Is an immortal knack. If you would like to resist, there will be a clash of wills. Narratively, what you all feel is fear, awe, and respect. Entirely up to you if you want to try to fight that feeling off.
Sure, I'll
Quick
try.
question: Clash of Wills. What would
It's
we roll?
really
for that?
funny that you mentioned fear.
Excellent.
So I have this thing called Divine Will. That gives me +1 enhancement per dot to any action that involves resisting mind-altering magic, drugs, or the effects of fear or pain. I'm assuming this counts because he's trying to be scary.
Not necessarily. So narratively, this is what you feel. So mechanically, I'll be very upfront here. Verbatim, even your fiercest enemies cannot discount you as a figure of authority and importance. Beings of lesser tier can't help but treat you with respect, no matter their nature. Those who are equal or greater tier must choose to treat you with it as an honored presence, even your enemies, and suffer from a +2 difficulty for any actions opposing or targeting you in a scene until they acknowledge your august presence formally, which takes an action in combat. When using divine opposition with this calling in divine rule, gain an additional point of effect. Unnecessary. That last sentence for y'all.
Okay, so how many ways would you like me to disrespect him? I have like 4.
A clash of wills.
Okay.
And this should help hopefully answer your question as well, David. So many tabs. Oh my god. Everything is bad.
So are you saying that that's not somehow mind-altering? Because it sounds pretty mind-altering.
No,
to
this
me.
is mind-altering. So you have an enhancement for this, correct?
Yep.
So. All right, so he's going to roll his calling. For you guys, it's going to be any a particular skill you would like, and then we'll call it if you're using an ability, we'll use those calling dots. If not, if you're just attempting to use something using just your own will, your own attributes, we'll just use an attribute.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to lean into probably like might and empathy.
Might and empathy. Make an argument for empathy. That's an interesting one.
Because I know how he feels and I don't care. I literally can't care less. It is impossible from every stretch of infinity and beyond.
Understood. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Resolve integrity. I will not have my mind altered.
I like it.
I'm thinking, and this might kind of be a weird one here. Stamina and empathy.
Stamina empathy. Make an argument for stamina.
So, kind of knowing the gravity of the situation, I can imagine it's kind of a stressful thing. So I'm not sure if that would be more of a physical manifestation there. So I guess it's more kind of just trying to steel myself against it.
Depends on how hard you're puckering your butthole.
That it does. That it does.
I mean, I guess I wasn't really like going that route initially, but I could see where you're coming from there.
Go for it.
All right.
It's like when you're hitting the crest of that roller coaster and you grip the seat and somehow your toes manage to grab things you didn't know that they could.
Mm-hmm. The fun times.
This is technically done at scale with who he is.
Of course.
So, what have we got for rolls, gentlemen?
6.
6.
I got 5.
Very
Also
respectable.
6.
Also very respectable. Very respectable.
And based on that, we all failed at 3 momentum? Question mark.
Yes. It looks like, unless there's last minute adjustments you guys would like to try to fight for, this will take effect.
Cool.
Just so that I know, the system it's imposing is it a complication or a condition?
It's a +2 difficulty, so this is this will be added to a +2 difficulty to any of the rolls that you make to oppose or target him until you acknowledge his presence formally, until you acknowledge his august presence is the exact verbiage they use.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sure, whatever.
So, with that being a fail, we were sitting at 3 momentum.
Yes,
Does that
so
cap us out now?
you guys cap out at momentum.
Yeah.
All right.
Just wanted to make sure.
Who's that?
So that is a knack activated by Zeus. He is approaching, now walking towards you, Gideon. No longer running, no longer flinging himself into combat. He is calmly walking towards you. There is lightning radiating off his body. You see static filling the air. His hair begins to stand. You can now get a clear picture of this man. He is wearing his armor, Gideon, the armor that you've seen so many times in paintings and depicted in Greek epics and such. The flowing white mane is again a bit staticky, a bit imperfectly perfect. His eyes are glowing a pale blue, and he is marching towards your van.
Okay, that's it. Is it my action yet?
Yeah, we're gonna call it your action.
Okay. Then I will stand there and I will address this person, this being, and I will say pretty plainly, would you care to explain who you are and what transgression this conveyance has committed to warrant such a direct response?
Speaking, being a free action, he's going to reply, I am Zeus, god of thunder, lord of the skies, and I am your king. Stand aside.
I begin laughing, like a hearty, deep, kind of almost like it probably cracks at the end in a way that like no one's really heard it crack before, in almost like a gleeful, shamelessly gleeful tone. You are not Zeus. He would never be so foolish as to make contact with terra firma in the presence of multiple Scions. binding himself to us, to this place, forever shrining our interaction in the tapestry of fate. For what? To prove a point? Come now. You are not Zeus. But he sent you here for a reason. And I'm sure he can hear me. I'm sure he can see me. But he can't speak through you. So tell me, puppet, what did he instruct you to do here? Because you're obviously not here to assassinate a scion of Dionysus. I would like to acknowledge that I have addressed him as best as I can.
Let's have a conversation about this. You have addressed him, yes. I don't believe it's in the spirit of the unmistakable dynamism knack, but I'm a reasonable man. Let's have a vote, shall we? What say all of you? Chat, feel free to contribute to the conversation.
I think he addressed Zeus perfectly.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree here. He definitely could have been a lot more disrespectful there.
Y'all are some sandbagging motherfuckers, dude.
I mean, he did address Zeus perfectly.
Even,
he gave the appropriate reverence to Zeus.
Even stating the things that Zeus would not do.
Exactly.
To kind of further cement that.
He went above and beyond the call of action.
Y'all are some sandbagging motherfuckers. You know what? I just got a text message that saved you, so I'll call it. Yeah, we'll go for it.
I mean, if not, I can always use Keeper of Taboos too if you want.
You're fine. Go on.
That's what I had. That was my turn was spent interacting with this fellow who thinks he's Zeus.
You may have, of course, a number of reflexive actions if you choose. If you'd like to activate anything or prepare anything.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm right where I want to be. But I don't move aside at 1 iota.
Understood. That brings us to Gideon.
Gideon just went.
You just did Gideon.
Yeah.
It's to THALIS, right?
Oh, apologies. Yes, to THALIS.
I mean, I'll go again. I'll just keep talking shit. I got plenty to say.
I don't doubt it.
You know he went and wrote a monologue for this entire fight.
Gideon in the gym just reciting the shit he's gonna talk to.
I've had all week.
Zeus would never.
That
I've had all week.
That was please. This is supposed to be scary, you sons of bitches. Like this isn't supposed to be happy fun time.
I think I'm the only one who's like, I'm in danger. Gideon, like, finally. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Part of me wants to floor it.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. Part of me definitely wants to floor it.
That is your God-given right.
The problem I'm running into, though, and ironically enough, is a similar problem that got me into the situation in the first place, is I'm not the only one in this van. And, while I appreciate Gideon's capabilities, and I'm not sure if he's fast enough to block every lightning bolt directed at this van that has not just me in it, but, other people.
Spoiler, I'm not, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, I feel like flooring it just becomes kind of a moving target at that point, and then does that really just kind of fuck everybody else in the van, who's not really. It's kind of like making other people suffer for my fuck up at that point.
I mean, that's a very Theo-I thing to do.
What do we have from you, Thalos?
I'm thinking about handing the wheel over to somebody else.
Well, The smith is indeed next to you. Gregor is per cannon on the floor, scrambling upwards to stand. We'll say you could have stood, because you kind of had a moment before all this went down. But Thalis, what we got more concerned with you. What are you up to right now?
So, actually, I could do this a couple of ways here. If I was to, as I'm exiting the vehicle, attempt to make a copy of myself to drive, like to basically take the seat from me, and then more or less try to get them out of the way.
No,
I-
I'll kill
no.
that one. No.
What?
No, I'll kill that one. No.
What do we have from you, Thalis?
I'm not abandoning you.
Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna try to make a copy of myself here. Now this is still, I need 2 successes instead of 1, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So with that, let's see. So this usually calls for a knack roll here. Trying to think which skills and attributes would be appropriate for this situation here. I mean, I could see stamina because trying to make a copy.
Well, for this, you're going to be with a knack skill roll. Yeah, I could see stamina.
Okay.
For your skill, presence, perhaps, culture.
Presence is an attribute.
Oh, correct.
So
Yeah.
perhaps leadership. Trying to just kind of take that charge in the situation and be like making it to do a specific task.
By all means.
Okay. Only 1 success there.
1 success.
Uh,
It flickers a moment, Thalis. Gregor, you see an attempt made, and it fades. Now,
I mean, I feel like you could probably use momentum to re-roll some of those failures, couldn't you? Like 3 of it.
technically speaking, momentum is supposed to be used before the roll, but
Okay.
we'll be a little lenient here. Thalis, if you'd like to expend some momentum to add some extra dice to your pool, go for it.
Oh, I thought it was just to re-roll failures. My bad.
No, that's adds dice.
Gotcha. Okay. So, in that instance, how many are we looking at?
I mean, I was gonna say 3.
Is that good with you, Greg?
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go ahead. Just gonna pick some skills here where I have 3 dots. So it's and that gave me the 1 extra success
Excellent.
for a total of 2.
Gregor, you see an attempt made. It begins to fade as Thalis is attempting to make his doppelganger. You see him close his eyes and force the last bit of will that it takes, and a new Thalis is created in the Thalises.
Excuse me. And as I close the door, that fallacy is going to just put it in drive and floor it.
Just immediately, what the fuck are you doing?
The Thalises may reply.
I don't know, man. You said drive.
My turn's gonna be killing this fallacy. Because fuck you. You don't abandon me too?
That was not really abandoning. That was more like making sure that you don't die.
So, that is a knack activated.
I think that
Is a reflexive action, unless
that's a
otherwise,
reflexive action.
unless it is otherwise stated by the knack itself.
Let me see. It just says make an act skill roll, and with any successes, make an exact copy of yourself.
A reflexive action is done. You still have a simple action and a number of other reflexive actions within reason.
Well,
Anything else from you, Thalis?
This one's well, with that the van bit, that's already that copy of me is doing their thing. For me, the OG, as it were, that I'm gonna walk more or less next to / slightly behind Gideon still, and going to address this this Zeus figure. Yeah, see, and this is one of those things I didn't really think beforehand. Like, what am I going to say to this guy?
I love that.
Because I was more or less thinking about all the ways that this was going to go bad after that. That just, my mind just kind of bypassed the whole beginning of it. Excuse me.
While you think on that, by all means, think on it. Think if you have another reflexive action. We're going to move up to Gregor.
Okay.
Apologies, you swapped with the Smith. The Smith, I'll take care of the Smith stuff. If there's anything, if you at any moment you decide what you want to say, by all means, the Smith is going to take his action. He is going to... What you see, Gregor, is him place his hands on the floor of the van. And it becomes quicker. You see that the van...
Oh shit.
The rotations per minute, the meter on it itself begins to spike. And you have a scale difference for the speed of the van itself.
Oh boy. So
Fuckhead, Thalis. You fuckhead. You
For
absolute fuckhead. I'm shooting your leg. Your actual leg.
Yeah, you know, I probably deserve
I'm also shooting his leg. I've dipped into nihilism. I've lost my moral compass.
For the Zeus standing before us, I'm going to ask him to what we owe the pleasure. But I just recalled the whole, addressing him. So I'm gonna preface that with Almighty Zeus. What do we owe this pleasure?
So you'll take your simple action by acknowledging his presence, his power, his a little more respectfully than Gideon.
A little bit more. I'm not a Titan, so there was a little bit less of a fuck you, Zeus. With that, but yeah.
Excellent. He responds to you. His eyes. It's difficult to say where his gaze is fixed. He's seeing the van depart. Gideon is now standing before him. He is marching toward the two of you, and he addresses you in kind. He says, "I'm here to teach you a lesson, and to bring you home."
Ooh. See, that might be a little bit of a problem. Turns out, just talked with a doctor about this. I might have ADHD, so this is going to be a slow process.
Then I will eliminate the distractions. And he walks a bit quicker. Now you can see his eyes are firmly fixed on Gideon.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
So, with that interaction having been done, the Smith's action being taken care of, he has no reflexive actions, and he did not acknowledge Zeus in this moment. Gregor, what do you have for us? Gideon, or rather, yeah. Gregor, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck you, Thalis. Taking me out of the situation entirely. Piece of shit. You absolute piece. Okay.
I didn't want you to die.
Do you think I'm afraid of death? Anyways, I've died before. Anyways,
Okay,
Thalis,
okay.
you have a knack that prevents me from targeting you directly, correct?
That is correct.
Cool. You know what? You don't have a knack to stop?
Uh,
A sudden jerking of the steering wheel.
I do not have that. You are correct.
And a sudden jerking of the steering wheel shall be done.
We'll call that a reflexive action. Well, Thalos, would you like to try to maintain control of this vehicle?
Yeah, probably. That's kind of like a surprise thing. So it's like, oh shit.
So
A
we'll
little bit of a
double
wrestling
check.
for the wheel.
We'll call this a reflex action. This isn't exactly requiring your full attention, Gregor. So we'll call this a reflexive. An opposed roll, gentlemen. I'm going to call this, in this moment, for the two of you, your attribute is going to be might.
Okay.
You may choose your skill.
Cool.
I'm thinking pilot. 'Cause it's
E2.
trying to maintain control of the vehicle.
By all means. You, one success.
It's a fucking 10.
Excellent.
Let's see if this gets me to 2.
Come on.
Hey! Fuck you.
Fair.
Thalos, you fail in
Okay.
maintaining control of the vehicle, so therefore momentum is added to the pool. Gregor, you fully jerk the van to the left. Now, you've had some enhancements done on this van.
The van's gonna be fine.
Previous
The people aren't.
season. However, and the speed is quite a bit higher than it would be given the Smith's actions. However, nothing was done for this van's handling, so therefore it's still very top heavy. A sudden jerk to the left or the right is going to cause some problems here. Thalis, a sudden jerk at high speed, you are rolling.
Okay.
The Thalises is going to take some damage unless you have something that is reflexively done.
He has the chaos purview.
I have the chaos purview, and it specifically lists. So you walk untouched through chaotic situations, taking no harm from random or haphazard dangers such as debris in a tornado. a
Your
freak
Thalis,
traffic
I don't
accident.
get your purviews, remember?
That's so
They didn't get any of your magical stuff. They just got
they
you.
have all my attributes, skills, knacks, and boons.
Oh. Alright.
So
Cool.
whether or not my purview falls under that is
If you have your boons, I would say you have the innate abilities of your purview.
okay. So a traffic accident, unfortunately, is listed in that as well.
Cool.
Excellent. So
I also have the chaos purview, so
Oh,
understood.
so we're okay.
So go ahead and
Oh, shit.
go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish. Yeah, but Jesus Christ. Go ahead and finish reading that for me, Thalis. This
Oh,
dude
yes.
just signed up with you guys.
Freak traffic accident or being trampled by shoppers on Black Friday. Does not protect you from damage that results from an action performed with intent to cause harm, like gunfire in a shootout or environmental situations. This immunity extends to any non-magical dangerous terrain unless a character in the scene actively created that peril with intent to harm. Still face any complications that such situations would normally impose. You're simply guaranteed to come through unscathed.
Understood. I want to ask for complete honesty here, Gregor. Was this intent to cause harm, or was this intent to halt the van in its progress?
this was intent to kill that Thalai because I'm pissed that he would do that and halt the van,
Sounds like
knowing
intent
I would
to
be
harm to
mostly
me.
safe because chaos purview.
Okay.
Sounds
So-
like intent to harm to me.
So,
Fucking send me away, piece of shit.
any damage done to a Thalises is going to cause it to dissipate.
Correct.
Under normal circumstances, I would have a roll for you. However, you are going to take some form of damage in this.
That's fair. And as long as that damage is greater than 0, then the poof, fallacy gone.
So,
And that's fine.
poof's out of existence. That is a reflexive action, Gregor. You are relatively unharmed. There's a little bit of bruises and scrapes and things. But you are fine. The Smith is a bit unfortunate.
Next time next time someone tries to make me run away, don't help. I say as I exit through the shattered windshield.
I'm gonna break your fucking legs.
Yeah, I know. And all right. How far away did we get? I imagine, a full. It's a van. I imagine maybe half a mile.
About half a mile at the maybe not less, maybe like a quarter of a mile, given the time interval, but with the speed. Yeah, no, not even half a mile, about a quarter mile.
Quarter mile. Cool, cool, cool. I still have eyes on them.
You do?
Cool. Would you say that this is a place where a bunch of humans would suddenly appear, or could be made to suddenly appear?
I would say
The middle of the I don't know, was the Mojave in Utah, or is that just Nevada and California?
I'm not geography's not my forte, but
What,
on the side of
whatever.
the fucking freeway, in the middle of a storm that is happening currently with rain and thunder and such, I would say humans could get here. Are they here now? Not a whole lot of, and they're certainly not trying to be here after seeing that shit.
Cool. Cool. I'm gonna use raise an army. My new leader knack. Spend a
Ooh.
momentum. We're at 3 momentum. So, that's fun.
Understood.
And it goes, command sways people to follow you, even those who barely know you. Spend a momentum to raise an army of trivial targets that you can call to fight by your side. No matter where you are, people will come and fight for you. If you're in a place without people, creatures of the mythos come instead.
I love that. I love that so
I would
much.
say they're close enough that
That's
I could
great.
get an army to kind of just, squat up around them, right?
That's beautiful, and I love it.
Sprouting from the dirt, Gregor, there are suddenly, Gideon, Thalis, you see this as well, sprouting from the dirt around the van, popping forth, cracking the asphalt, are a number of faceless, pale figures, humanoid in nature. No face, no smiles, no malicious intent to be seen. But they pry themselves up from the earth, and they stand next to, behind, in front of their commander.
Yeah. I'm going to
That's
start
awesome.
walking up. I imagine it's going to take me a turn or two to get there, given my lack of liminal now. So, by all means, they're around you all to act as your squad. Because somebody went and fucked me and tried to put me too far out of the fucking scenario.
I was trying to help keep you safe.
Is that a simple action, Gregor?
No, that was also reflexive action.
Interesting.
Oh.
So,
Because it's a knack and it doesn't specify anything.
what else you got for me? Do you have anything else?
Simple. Oh, praise Zeus, the Lord in heaven. Now my action is eaten up.
A begrudging acknowledgement of Zeus's power, status, and ability. Y'all are really fucking me on this. That brings us back to Zeus.
You all have a squad now.
So,
Like a line right through them where I will enter from in like 2 turns as I jog up.
Zeus is going to use his simple action. He holds the lightning bolt at his side and begins to drop on all fours Gideon. He is now charging, and his form begins to change shape. The lightning bolt now, you can see, enters into his heart as he grows larger and larger. Horns begin to emanate from his head, and he is now a large golden bull charging you, Gideon. We are going to have an attack. So, if you would like, you may make a defensive action. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I will take my action to receive his charge. So, my response will be to grapple him by the horns.
Understood. Let's have those rolls, opposed rolls. This is, again, still done at his scale, his current scale. Nothing added to it.
Oh well, that sounds like a skill problem because I would like to add to mine.
By all means.
I'll be spending a legend. I believe that this poor incarnation is begging to be taught a lesson in humility, and so it is my aim to annihilate his sense of grandeur, his sense of self-satisfaction, and as the elemental as such, I'll be invoking my title to make this a feat of scale. I'll also imbue a legend for World of Glass. So between that and my epic strength purview, I will be at +4 scale. Please add 2 more collateral to the pool and immediately roll it. As this is grievous collateral damage.
So that is going to be technically okay. Well, yeah, we'll have you roll the collateral pool after we get this taken care of. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be receiving the Zeusling.
Understood. I'll take care of scale for you. Currently, go ahead and start your rolls if you'd like. Currently, we are sitting.
That would put us at 11 collateral.
Correct.
Yeah.
And when I grab him, I tell him calmly, I have wrestled Enceladus to the ground myself. You will cry.
Understood.
Just whispering those sweet nothings into his ear.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we're using the Fist of Tartarus, obviously, because be natural like that.
Understood.
So this would be a +4 scale. That's 11 successes.
I love that. I love that so much.
And I would love an opportunity to roll this collateral as well.
Yes. So in this moment, what you see, Gideon, go ahead and prepare your.
Do I get to roll all 11 because those happened at the same time?
Yes. So technically speaking, the max is out at 10. Yeah.
Why?
So roll me. I mean, because it would be a nightmare otherwise.
I'm gonna roll 11 dice. Okay, I worked for those last 2.
By all means, do what you got to do.
Grab the bull by the horns.
So go ahead and roll the 11 dice. What you all see, Gideon, you grip onto.
That'll be 4 successes for the collateral pool.
4 successes. Good to know. Good to know. You grip onto the bull's horns. You whisper these threats into his ear. Gideon, it's strange. He's right up against you. He has failed to injure you in this moment, but he is right up neck and neck, and you can feel his power. You can feel the lightning and thunder emanating from him. The fact that you've grabbed onto him has caused a bit of a rift and crack just from the impact between the two of you. In this moment, as you whisper these threats, he responds in kind. The bull, glowing blue eyes and all, looks to you and begins to speak. Says, "You will not be the first brother that I've killed. As for the collateral, you said 4 successes?
4 successes.
Okay. Okay. I like it a lot. All right. What happens with the collateral? What are your purviews, Gideon?
Oh, mine?
Yes.
I mean, you want like, okay, so epic strength, metamorphosis, death, epic dexterity, epic stamina, war, and fire.
Excellent.
They're all epicenters except metamorphosis because there is no metamorphosis epicenter because the Theowire punks.
Understood. We are going to, with this collateral pool, with this 4 successes roll, we're going to enact an echo for the collateral. Alter the field with an aspect of the rolling player's purviews. A building might sprout flowers, a road could turn into a river, trees become metal sculptures, and so on. The changes persist until the end of the scene. Around you,
The desert sprouts flowers.
around you, your death purview takes place. Gregor, Thalis, forces of the army collapse, falling to bits, racked with pain, beginning the slow process of a painful, painful death.
Oh shit.
All life in the vicinity, plant life, insects, any hidden rodents that were nearby, are in this same process. The result of collateral. So, Zeus's simple action was the transfiguration. Being grappled in this moment. He is going to use as he spoke to you, saying that you are not the first brother he will have killed, is going to reflexively activate a warrior knack. This is going to be a clash of wills, Gideon.
Okay.
You will read me your what affects mind altering stuff again. What is exactly does it affect? This is not mind altering. This is intimidation almost.
Yeah, it affects fear.
Excellent. This is not fear.
I mean, okay. What else is intimidation if not fear? Like, isn't it's to scare you, right? Like it's.
I'll allow it. So, Clash of Wills.
Okay.
He's gonna roll his calling. What is that ability in? I'm sorry.
Iron Will. It's in it's in the player's
No.
game.
I mean, is it a knack? Is it a?
Oh, it's an edge.
Understood.
Yeah. It's called Divine Will.
Understood. So go ahead and select an appropriate skill and attribute to make this opposed roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with might because yeah, it's the best social skill I have in situations like this. And I'll be using I will confidently assume a Grecian wrestling stance with this bull. So I would like to use athletics as my skill, and I would also like to utilize my specialty in close combat in grappling.
By all means.
For your reference, I am considered at +2 might scale for pretty much anything might related for the rest of the scene, forever and a day.
Track and all. Math is hard.
7 from me.
7 from you. Excellent. So, just so, again, being upfront, deterrence policy exactly reads, sometimes the better you are at violence, the less you need to use it, especially when your legendary reputation comes into play. Once per scene, imbue for scale to intimidate any opponent into backing down from a physical altercation. So, with an imbuement for scale for this intimidation, 7 successes, you are at 2 scale for any might rolls. Difference being 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
You know, I also think this is a great time to call upon my Cronus path, because I feel like he needs to eat my entire ass.
Once again, calling on paths would need to be done before the roll is made.
No, it's just enhancement.
Correct. Would need to be done before the roll is made.
Okay. I'll take my 7 then.
So with scale, Zeus is going to beat you with a margin of 2. So
how does the power work?
For this, you are intimidated backing down from a physical altercation. In this moment, you feel you feel the might of Zeus. You feel that you are facing the king of the THOI. You're not as confident as you were before, and you're going to step down from this physical altercation.
I let him go.
Understood. That is simple, reflexive movement. We'll call that Zeus. Brings us to you, Gideon.
So, did he loan you one of his underserved mantles of authority? Who were you before you were tapped? An accountant? Perhaps a Little League referee? A mall Santa? You are not descended from above, magnanimous commanding sceptered Zeus. If you were, I'm sure your enemies, dwelling just beneath the crust of the world, in the shadows, would most certainly not see such a display of weakness as an invitation to move against you. Seeing as how destroying me would just be an admission that a lowly creature such as myself threatens the hegemony of you and the Olympians. How tenuous is your grasp on the throne, Zeus?
Gideon, is there an intent here?
Oh, well, I can't hit him
Correct.
because I was supposed to backdoor physical altercation, but I'm not physical on him anymore.
Okay.
So I will be using Entropic Eye while I rib him, because since I can't do physical damage, I will identify all his other vulnerabilities.
Understood.
I'm still not moving.
So, go ahead with the use of Entropic Eye by all means.
Do y'all mind if I use momentum on this roll? Is that okay? Can I?
Yeah, you
just
guys are
a
at
little
3.
bit? Just a couple, 1, 2 maybe?
I'm sorry, you guys are at 4.
Yeah, you can do 3 because I'm gonna need 1 momentum my next turn.
I'll just take 2 because that'll get us through the scene because we already spent some earlier. And I think, okay, now would probably be a great time because I'm still not happy with him. I feel like calling upon my Cronus path at this point is also still warranted because I need to remind him that he is totally capable of being destroyed.
Understood. Calling on your this is just adding the enhancement. Describe how this would come into play. What is the path called, and what is the tie-in here?
The path is called Titan Cronus. And I am calling upon the very antithetical nature of my relationship to his patron to continue to act in defiance and remind this mockery of how much of an embarrassment he is to the agenda of the Olympians.
Understood. By all means, continue.
That's 5 successes.
5 successes. So
Yeah.
with Tropic Eye.
Mhm. I may spend a bank success to ask one of the following questions to get an accurate, useful answer from the storyteller. Do you have some useful answers for me, Gilbert?
Always.
What vulnerabilities does this biatch have?
His anger and his ego currently. The fact that you are goading him on, likely you will be free to have a physical altercation with him very shortly should you continue.
Okay. How can I inflict maximum damage against this? Oh.
That's an interesting question. Maximum damage. He is built for one purpose and one purpose only. He's built for this moment. How to inflict maximum... I'll ask you this. Do you want physical or do you want...
It's a...
all-encompassing.
It's a fast and loose... It's an entropic eye. It's not just,
Okay.
I break more than things.
Okay. So for your knowledge, you would be a hefty match for him, even with the difference in legend and the difference in scale that he would be able to achieve. You are a hefty match for him. The fact that you have companions, he's outnumbered. He is not fully a god. He is an incarnation. He can be killed. It's a matter of going all out. Gideon, you're gonna need everything.
Where is his blind spot?
His rage. He is sent here for a task. In this moment, so this might be giving you a little more than Tropic Eye would give you, but...
Well, the next question is what here can give me an advantage, so...
Oh, perfect. He's here to punish Thalis. You would know with Entropic Eye that, especially with how he's reacting to everyone else, he isn't going to kill Thalis. He's going to kill everyone else around him and make him watch. So, putting Thalis in danger, making Thalis a combatant, allowing him to be possibly harmed, that's not what his goal is. He doesn't want that. He wants him to suffer.
Okay. That's reflexive for me.
Simple if you'd like. And a couple other reflexive if you'd like.
I would like to... I would like to hold it. I'm just gonna hold on to it. If I can do that. Make it my own. Keep it close to me.
By all means. So, you hold on to this, and we'll get to that when and if we get to it. That brings us to Thalis.
So my first question here being that death purview, that the effects of that. Mechanically, what are we looking at here? Because I doubt it's pleasant.
For you and Gregor, not too much of an issue. This is beings of lesser tier, so you are fine.
I see. Okay, because you had mentioned us like being burdened and being in pain from this, so I wasn't sure if there was anything more than that.
No, mechanically speaking, you guys are fine. Narratively speaking, you feel gross. Everything around you is dying.
Yeah,
and you feel like your liver might be failing.
That's nothing new.
Yeah, I
Rough.
mean, I've got a pretty good liver at this point. Or one that's screaming for help. I'm not really sure how to tell the difference there. Um,
Let's face it, Thalis's blood alcohol content is never below 1.
it really isn't. I think there's really just too much blood in my alcohol system. That's when it starts to become a problem. Um, so, I, okay, this might be fucking crazy. I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. Um, Seeing all of this unfold and the extent that Zeus is willing to go to, and really by extension the whole fucking pantheon, doesn't sit right with me. It really, really doesn't.
Go on.
Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna be giving Gideon a rage boner just by saying this next bit here. Uh, so, excuse me. So at this moment, I'm gonna call out to Zeus and say, that's enough. For as long as I can remember, I have been paraded around as your drunken poster child for this fucking crackpot pantheon, like a goddamn coked out dancing monkey. No, I'm fucking done with this shit. I reject this. I reject the scripted path that I didn't choose. I reject the expectations forced upon me, the chains that demand my subservience, all the shit and piss that I'm expected to treat as bread and wine. And you know what? I reject you too. So, I want to use a couple of things here.
Okay, what you got for me?
Now, I kind of want to use a new legendary title here to kind of amp up something that I have, if that's in the realm of possibility. No masters. It's something that I have, a boon that I have for my chaos purview. Normally would require me to imbue a legend, spend a scene, target a character, and strip a character of their authority over others, which normally suppresses any positive attitudes or bonds or any other character within long range has towards them based on any kind of political, social, or economic authority they hold over them for the duration of the scene. Negative emotions unaffected. Employees may lose all loyalty they have to their boss, but they'll still carry the resentment from long hours or shitty wages, and on trivial characters it's free. So the legendary title that I want to use here is Subverted Expectation. Because I doubt that this is I'm fairly confident that this is the last fucking thing that Zeus would have expected me to do.
I saw that going differently in my head. I saw that.
So, essentially using these two in tandem to break the chains that the Theoi have on me and separate myself from them.
Excellent.
I would like to take
Now-
my action as well, if I can do that, please.
What would you like to do, Gideon? Is this going to be...
I'll be spending a legend to invoke a title as well. On behalf of my friend here, the essence of change is presence to witness this transformation, if you will. And I'll be blessing this fine young Scion. In addition, because I am a war epicenter, all attempts to encourage violent action or create a violent atmosphere gain my legend and enhancement.
Excellent.
My
So
legend
one thing I do wanna-
is 3, in case you're wondering.
Excellent.
So one thing I do want to specify with this is that the target for no masters in this circumstance is not Zeus, but me.
Understood.
So it's like, as you see that energy kind of coalescing around me, it comes inward
So,
and then does what it does.
Thalis, you are using a boon. You are trying to make this a feat of scale. Are you burning legend, or you may, for everything you would like to do, you are trying to sever your chains from the Theoi. You are trying to depart the Pantheon.
Correct.
So, we will use your boon and Gideon's expenditure, use of his legendary title as well, as a template for this. But we're going to call this more of a marvel. Because because your purviews come from the Theoi. Your abilities were given to you by them. So we'll use everything they've given you in this moment out of their bounds of creation, out of their bounds of intent, as a marvel, an esoterica marvel. So, how many legend do you have, and how many are you willing to spend?
I have 2 available to use out of 4, but I'm totally fine with spending both of those in this instance because I feel like this is a pretty big event that I'm going to need to give it everything I've got.
You are going to expend 2 legend. Gideon, you are going to help boost this, making it a feat of scale.
Yep, by spending a legend, invoking my title.
Thalis, I'm going to give you free choice of a role of an attribute and a skill. You are going to use whatever you feel would be necessary to sever yourself from your family, your creators, your superiors, your masters.
I am thinking, in this instance, stamina and empathy. Empathy in the sense of knowing exactly, being a part of that family, knowing exactly what I need to do to sever those ties. Stamina being the physical exertion of actually doing it.
I like it. Now, before you roll, we'll bring up, you can, of course, invoke a path if you can make an argument that it would be tied to it at all. Your paths, though, are a bit limited in this for what you're trying to do. But if you can make an argument, the option is there for you. You also have momentum at your disposal.
Okay. Path. So, I'm not sure if any of these would tie in here. I'll just throw them out there and see what you think here. I've got Life of Privilege, Charismatic Leader, and Dionysus's Favorite.
I don't see a way that any of those will tie in.
I
would argue that throwing Dionysus's Favorite into the fire is kind of a last ditch wipe your ass with your title or your calling before you give it back.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what?
Was a crazy god. Dionysus.
I like it. I like it a lot. You may invoke that path and have a +3 enhancement. This isn't extra dice to your pool. This is just a +3 to whatever you roll. So, roll your dice. This is done at a feat of scale. I'll do the math for the extras. I just need your physical roll.
From me, you're also getting +3 enhancement from the War Purview and +1 from Bane, because the boon that I have gives me a +1 enhancement to breaking.
Excellent.
So,
5 successes.
5
just from the stamina and empathy.
5 successes. So, with you expending momentum, or I'm sorry, expending legend, spending 2 legend, making this a marvel, it's done at a feat of scale. I lost my PDF. So, this is done at a feat of scale. You are currently at scale rank 2, looks like.
Okay.
What is your what was your roll?
5.
5. Thalis, total that is 16 successes.
Oh shit.
What you all see, Thalis, what you feel, is power emanate. You feel the essence. You feel Olympus pulse through you. You feel your father. You can feel the horns of an older Dionysus take place on your head. the spectral image of a man in robes, the wise man, the sage, the madman, the act of revelry. It suddenly reduces very quickly, enveloping into your heart. And then it shatters. And for a brief moment, everyone can see all the threads that tie to Thalis. Red strings, 12 brighter than others, one even brighter than the 12. Get snipped, one by one by one. Each thread, Thalis, you take a breath. A new breath. It feels like freedom. You lose metamorphosis. You lose your purviews. Your callings are innate. In this moment, you are a mortal man. Zeus looks to you, bull form and all, says, "Fine. Then you're just another casualty."
Yeah, but a fucking free one.
Is that your turn, Thalis?
That will be my turn. There's not really anything else that I can do at that point.
Gregor, do you have anything for me? It is your move.
So I understand it. Zeus is now gonna, it's not. That's then stop Zeus's attack. Yeah.
You get the sense that with that being said, Zeus is probably going to try to murder everyone here.
Cool. So there's a bunch of dead bodies around. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, when has death ever stopped the mythos? Truly.
By all means.
Right?
So I'm going to use raise an army again and get these motherfuckers up. Kick one in the head, tell them to get up, and the rest will start getting up.
You do this, and they rise for their master once more, having just taken a brief nap. They are still racked with pain, so they are twitchy and sort of a little bit spastic as their arms and muscles tense and suddenly are released. They are marching once more, Gregor.
Yeah. Well, they were squatted up around these guys a little bit ago, so get the bull. And I don't know how big you define an army, but an army is defined as 100,000 troops by the legal definition. So, my command is get the bull.
So, no roll is needed. This is simply sounds like it's simply reflexive. The ones that have been raised and are returned from death begin to open their faces, unhinging what would be a jaw, and you can see string-like teeth, very thin, and they don't look as if they would be capable of severing or biting into anything, but they screech as they run toward the bull. The others run alongside them. Your command is followed, Gregor.
Excellent. Excellent. That should buy us at least 10,000 turns, I imagine.
Plus or minus, a few.
Just a wee bit. Yeah. I don't have fucking legend, so I'll shoot the bull. I doubt I'll do anything.
What you
I'll
got
shoot
for
the
me?
bull.
Go for it.
I got 8 dice and handgun. Oh, that's fucking. Stop. Okay, so that was 8 successes. I don't anticipate that'll work, but he's got to do the defensive thing. So let's hope I hit.
Is that defense hindered at all by this army trying to, just senpai all over him?
It is certainly causing some complications.
Okay, cool.
We're doing turns, baby. How many successes? He said 8?
8.
Okay. He is going to buy off the complications with his 5. He's going to shrug off the lower combatants, your army, that are tackling him and attacking him. He is going to remain grappled with Gideon. Only enough successes to. Oh, that's correct. Apologies. So he is going to shrug off the other combatants. He is going to take your shot.
All right.
Do you have a modifier to your firearm? Anything that I should know for damage purposes?
Just the normal +1 that guns have. That all guns have.
Okay, so you're going to deal a single injury condition. Well, would deal a single injury condition. However, you see it pierce his skin and is almost dissipated as it makes contact. You can see blood seeping out, deep crimson red, and you've made a mark. He seems unaffected by it. For mechanical purpose, for out of character, for again just being very upfront, you have dealt an injury condition. However, this is just dealing with hard armor. So you've eliminated one of his hard armor levels.
Hey, that's plenty. That's plenty. This army's gonna tear him apart eventually. I've got all day.
The war of attrition.
Yeah, it's a war of attrition, and I don't
know. You guys ever seen Infinity War? Whatever. So that is Gregor. A simple action reflects a number of reflexive. You have some movement if you'd like to move up.
I will keep my range as of now. Keep a good number of people in between me and the giant bull thing, so it can't charge very well.
Excellent. So that'll bring us to. I'm sorry, I skipped our smith. He is going to crawl out and make his way, attempt to join the fight, pulling what looks like a sword from the earth. That would put us at the top of the round for Zeus. However, we are going to take this moment and take our intermission, take our break. And we will see you all very shortly for what is going to turn into a very interesting fight now that everyone is available as combatants. Excellent. We'll see you guys very soon. When old friends visit previously that have been on Scion, they just come in and say, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" That's a good sign. That's a good sign you guys are making great choices. Welcome back to Scion Godsend. We last left our heroes. They are still grappling with Zeus, fighting. Thalis has cut his ties with the Theoi, and I'm sure everything is going to be fine. So,
I realized something with that. At the beginning, excuse me, of this whole thing, Thalis wasn't, it was kind of just more of a not really understanding, the whole orphan perspective. And now I'm an orphan of sorts. So it comes full circle.
Ramos clearly planned this. Ramos clearly planned this.
You're not an orphan, you're emancipated.
Yeah, being an orphan does not equal emancipation, for the love of God. Not comparing struggles here, but for the love of Jesus Christ, no.
To be fair, if we do some patricide, you will be an orphan.
Okay, all right.
We can make you an orphan.
Okay, speaking of which, it is Zeus's turn.
Sorry, not patricide, deicide. We love our parents.
We do indeed love our parents. Zeus is in this moment going to use a reflexive action to activate They're Everywhere. The field in which you are fighting becomes divine territory. When an enemy enters divine territory, you have the option to make one attack against them, regardless of which range band they have entered, and may have not been boosted by any knack rolls that allow you to make an extra attacks. You may use this ability even if you have already taken your action this round, and may do so no matter how many enemies enter your divine territory, but you may make only one attack per enemy. So, the world that is encompassed around Gideon and Zeus, that it was touched by death. Now also the rain begins to fall heavier. The storm seems centralized in this area. It creates a cage and lightning strikes in this area. This is divine domain now. So.
Why is the divine domain so moist?
Good question.
because it's Zeus. So
That's fair. He does like making people moist.
in
Did you
addition,
say it was Zeus juice. That's what I heard.
He
Zeus
doesn't
juice.
usually wait until they're moist, though. So I mean, there's.
He's
but
also going
moving on.
to. He's also going to activate enhanced impact, a heroic knack as well. When you successfully deal injury with your knack skill, you also knock the target back one range band. This does not apply to does not do any extra damage, but it can put someone in a tight spot. So now attacks made with his knack skill are going to get real fucking anime with it and knock you guys back into buildings and shit. So
What buildings? We're in the middle of Utah.
fair enough. We'll find one. With
I
this,
just look on the bright side.
Somebody's
His
losing
first
a barn.
Yeah.
Big red
Bright
barn.
side. He activated his
Silo?
first effect too late, I
Great.
guess.
Great side
Silo,
water
maybe?
tower.
Nah, there wouldn't be. There's no farming in Utah.
y'all are
There's
just
nothing.
saying shit. Y'all are just talking over one another and saying shit. Y'all are just speaking words. I'm trying to get Zeus's shit squared away, and y'all are just saying shit.
Whose house? Zeus' house.
What's happening right now?
Nah,
He is going to imbue a legend, activating breaking bounds for the scene. Oh, this is also reflexive. Interesting. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, he's going to imbue a legend. He is going to, using the previously mentioned knacks, move toward you, Thalis.
Okay.
He's going to fight you with a might in close combat. Given breaking bounds, it's going to be made with a +3 enhancement.
is he suffering any complication from the army running at him constantly?
With the where did it go?
The divine territory.
Yes, with the They're Everywhere knack, it helps reduce the complication given by the army.
And I mean, they were there before the territory was in. They didn't enter the territory. The territory
Correct.
was put on them. So
Correct. Breaking bounds. Apologies. Let me again be very upfront. Breaking bounds, the boon that he activated, the imbuing legend, has him leap into the sky as a standard action, ending your turn suspended at least 3 range bands above your starting position. At the start of your next turn, you can plummet down to any point at the scene as part of your movement action, either landing harmlessly or making a diving close combat attack with +3 enhancement. Outside of combat, you can easily clear multiple stories in a single leap, spreading a point of momentum. It doesn't matter, it's into Gauntletum. Ties into a warrior ability that he has that also does not tie into here. So he is technically in this moment in the air. He is going to, with the They're Everywhere, activating this with Thalis, Gideon, and a number of the army already in place. It doesn't allow him to move up to 1 range band. However, he can still use his movement to plummet to the ground and get up in y'all's business. Well, Thalis's business.
Yep. So as far as this goes, is there any kind of defensive role that I can do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
You can let me get you those options, bud. Apologies.
correct me if I'm wrong. He would still have all of his innate powers from any birthright he has. Yeah.
He would still have birthright stuff, yeah. Any items or anything you have on him. But however, I think his birthrights, for example, the satyr, the satyr is not present. The Kodama, we've decided to kind of hand wave it, because if you'd carry on an entire tree with you, a little weird, a little difficult.
So, question, with the Kodama bit, or with any of these, if that grants me access to a calling, and I have anything from that calling, can I use that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because
Save that for just a moment, but yeah, I do have something. Potentially.
Love to see it. All right.
We'll see
So-
what happens.
With enhanced impact, I think we have a +3. Kick ass. All right. Roll whatever you'd like to defend. You can choose to defend as a stunt, as a defensive stunt. This would be your defensive, your character standard defense is a 1. May reflexively roll one of your highest resilience attributes without any skills. Apply the successes on the roll to generate defensive stunts. You can also do a full defense, which would eat your entirety of your simple action for this round, and just roll double the character's defensive pool.
I see. So in this case, if I was to roll stamina, I would just basically roll that twice.
Essentially, yes.
For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to take something that I have the same amount of dots in and just roll it all at once. But I'm going to go with stamina. We got 2 successes there.
Sick. Okay. So you got 2 successes?
Correct.
Understood.
Real quick, did I still have... I don't remember how long it's been, but I was sitting at 2 bruised conditions previously. Are those both still there, or was it
With
down
the
to 1?
week and a half that you guys had during downtime, you guys would have healed those. You would have taken the time to... I would imagine you guys would have taken the time to heal those. Correct me if I'm wrong. By all means, you can keep those if you'd like.
I would not like.
they
Okay.
heal naturally over a couple days. You're good, man.
I mean, you can choose to keep bruising yourself. That's fine by me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you just keep
Hey, you know what? I didn't expect to get kink shamed here, on top of everything else. But
All right.
It's been a day for you.
really,
Thalis, are you wearing armor?
turning me on? I am not.
Excellent.
People don't usually hit me. So
Yeah. No, they don't. It's a margin of 3. So, we're going to purchase some injury conditions.
cool. I'll have something for this in a second, but
Okay.
we'll get to that.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, with this, not enough for a critical.
Oh, darn.
Sick. We are going to purchase an inflict damage condition. You are going to be bruised.
Alright.
As Zeus makes impact, you can feel he's pulled his punch at the last minute. He's going to make this hurt. He's going to make this last forever, Thalis.
Okay. So, I do have
We're not done yet.
just... Oh, I'm sorry.
If you have something that interrupts this, by all means.
Oh, no. This takes effect after.
Cool. Along with the abilities he's activated, more specifically enhanced impact, you are going to be knocked back a full range band as you go skidding across the floor. With that, he is going to use the last 2 successes that he used to deal another injury condition as you go skidding across the floor of what used to be the highway. So go ahead and
Okay.
add another injury to you. You are scraped, bruised, bleeding.
Okay, so was that just 2 bruised conditions, or is that...
If you start at your lowest. If you have 2 bruised,
mechanically?
if you have 2 bruised, we'll start at the lowest. Absolutely.
Okay, you had just listed other ones, so like bleeding and all that, so I wasn't sure if that was just...
No. So again, for clarity's sake, you're not ticking off health boxes really. scraped, bruised, and bleeding is kind of like what the condition is. So anything that you're going to be doing, you are hindered by this. It's a complication, basically. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's a condition.
Copy. So I have just one knack that I did not get from the Theoi at all,
I love that for you.
and that is eye for an eye from the Judge calling, which states when you suffer an injury, spend momentum and inflict the same injury on the target that attacked you. Target must have attacked you directly, cannot reflect attacks that targeted someone else. If the target does not have the ability to take a similar injury, having your arm bitten by a giant snake, for example, inflict an injury of similar severity instead, such as a festering, envenomed bite mark. This also applies to critical hits inflicted, so it's a darn shame that he didn't get a crit. But this would be... I don't know if it's possible to expend this on both instances of injury that I received here, but at least the first one for sure.
Yeah. I love that for you. Excellent. Well done. Reflexively, he's going to activate perfect defense. Once per fight, declare that an attack made against you by an enemy of the same tier or lower does not affect you in any way.
So this isn't really an attack, though. This is more of a you hurt me, but you also hurt you. So it's
Read me verbatim the ability.
when you suffer an injury, spend momentum and inflict the same injury on the target that attacked you. So I don't know. It's not. I don't know if that counts as an attack.
Doesn't roll any dice. Doesn't have to.
I'll allow it.
Happens. Okay. So he's gonna fit. I would say, the whole this hurts me just as much as it hurts you.
So we're gonna deal.
I'm going with that. This hurts
Understood.
me just as much as it hurts you.
We'll deal this to his second hard armor slot.
That will also burn one momentum in order to do that. So
Understood. With the failed defense, momentum should remain exactly the same.
copy.
Cool.
So it
Burn
should be
that
a 2.
second one.
Is it possible for me to burn the second one on that? I don't know.
Hit him with both.
Is there a limit on your ability? Anything that says once per turn or once per scene or once per fight? Or...
When you suffer an injury.
Do it again.
Momentum.
No.
All right, we're at 0 momentum.
Understood. You are at He suffers a bruise condition, and feels a little bit interested. Thalis. That is Zeus's turn. Yeah.
It's a nice little card in my back pocket for when somebody actually does manage to hit me. I just didn't think I was going to have to use it.
Made a mistake on my part.
Oh?
I forgot about the 3 enhancement. You would have been suffering a little bit more injury condition. However, I'll leave it up to you guys. The moment's already passed. It's entirely up to you guys.
Do what?
I'm always in favor of the moment passing. You don't get to do your thing.
I mean, I'm fine with it either way. I just think I don't know if that would change what he took in damage. So.
I would if you continued to activate this ability, yes, because you'd be dealt more injury conditions.
I couldn't do that right now because we don't have the momentum. I burnt it.
Okay.
So I'm good with it is, honestly. So
we'll let it
just remember next
pass.
time.
We'll let it pass then, and I will keep better track of Zeus's stats as we continue this. So that is Zeus's turn. Gideon, you got something for me?
I mean, besides infinite patience, I will speak again to this buffoon. I can promise you that your existence will not be ended this day. I can't very well have you taking these memories back to Olympus. Death is not in your future, but we will play the borrowed authority attached to your fragile ego and use it for our own ends. Can I attack this thing yet, by the way? So what is transpired with the thing that he used on me? Was like, you're not going to hit me anymore. So where are we with that? Do I still have to just continue talking shit?
In this moment, I'm going to ask you for a roll. It's not going to take up your simple action because I would like to see how badly You're bruising his ego, or how much you're chipping away at his pride to drop this. So, whatever you think you would need to go, Zeus.
Oh, sure. No, I'd love to, because this lets me use some of those successes that I get from Entropic Eye. We get enhancement from asking those pertinent questions. You think we just asking for fun? No, there's dice involved. So
sometimes it's for fun. If we've got
sometimes it is for fun. No, in this case, it'll be presence, and I'm going to use subterfuge, but I would like to use my specialty and empathy as identify weakness for enhancement as well.
By all means.
I feel like that makes sense here. That's all. So yeah, this is that roll, right? That's whatever that roll is. Two, 3 and 3.
3 successes.
3 mad. I do 3 mad damage. Oh wait, no, I'm at +2. Oh my god, because of the war epicenter. Because everything's easier, so I actually get +3 enhancement to that.
6.
I'm trying to make.
So you are at 6 total successes, correct?
Yeah. Yay, war.
Yeah.
Good God, y'all.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be enough. That's gonna be enough to have Zeus drop the knack and welcome all and any to do combat.
Oh man,
Sorry,
that
Gideon.
sucks for you, dude.
Gideon, you just answered the age-old question of what war is good for.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Looking up Zeus.
it's still absolutely nothing. So now I will punctuate my statement with captivity and exile is your destiny now, and I'm going to grab him by the face.
You may do so. He is. You can move a range band. He hasn't moved terribly far. Grab him. I'm gonna have a defensive roll for Zeus to not be
So
grabbed.
you know, there's a couple things that are happening right now. So considering the magnitude of the situation, I feel like there has never been a better opportunity for someone to try to show me up. So I'm going to compel a fate binding that I have for a rival named Arturo Perez, who would probably love nothing more than to steal this moment from me. Because this is, I mean, if there was a moment to steal, come on. So I'm going to go ahead and yank that legend back if that's okay with you. Which I will then be spending abruptly to grab him by the face. I don't know what title I have for that. I feel like the Elemental of Annihilation is the proper title to invoke here. I really just want to break his spirits.
This is a marvel you're trying to do?
No, I'm just making it a feat of scale.
Oh, by all means.
I'm going to scale him like a building.
For mechanical, just trying to get everything squared away. Making a feat of scale, I believe, would be a part of. No, it's invoking a legendary title. Apologies. Continue, please.
Yep. So I'm spending the legend for that. I will also imbue for World of Glass.
Love that. Love that.
So I am at
Great.
1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. I will also. Yeah. We'll just do that. So I grab him by the face with using the Fist of Tartarus. And we'll see how I do. And we'll go from there.
Understood. Reflexively, for knowledge, Zeus is going to drop the enhanced impact knack. Continue, please.
For your reference, the gauntlets, the adamant fists of Tartarus have the elemental tag, so he will get no benefit from armor unless he happens to have magma resistance.
Nope. He's got fire resistance, bludgeoning, and piercing.
Damn shame, isn't it? So yes, I will be grabbing it by the face. We are out of momentum, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. That is also a damn shame. So I'm at +4 scale for this.
Copy that.
And 6 plus 4 is 10. So we have 14 at +4 scale.
Copy that. Sweet. All right. So you have a margin of 3 to play with, Gideon.
Okay.
What would you like to do with those?
Well, so what's funny about the gauntlets is they have some tags, some other tags. They have the aggravated tag, the brutal tag, the messy tag, and the shockwave tag. So when I grab him, I'm going to be, well, I'll deal an injury condition because we just kind of get that. I'll be spending 1 on blinding him and 2 to deal a yeah, 2. Well, so critical is normally 4, right? So
Correct.
brutal -1. Oh, and because I have also from the War Epicenter, thank you, War Epicenter, the critical stunt is 1 less to a minimum of 1. So I'll purchase that for 2 to deal a critical to him. I am attempting to gouge his eyes out
Understood.
via blinding
Okay.
aggravated damage to his face holes.
I love that. All right. Excellent. I love it so much. All right.
Thank you for phrasing it like that. That just made it that much better.
All right. So we're dealing a crit. He's going to bump up 2 injury conditions.
And he's blind.
And he is blinded. I love it. I love it so much. Gideon, is that what you got?
Well, that was my simple. I mean, I can soliloquize more.
You may. I do so enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I will continue to say, Zeus, I know you can hear me. You may continue to put your impotence on display for the universe to witness. And while they may not be watching me, they are most definitely watching you. Or maybe it's just a grandmother with a burning desire to execute a multi-millennial succession plan. And I continue squeezing and searing the holes with magma.
For note, Gideon, for your fate binding, you don't know where he went after he left your island.
I don't.
Okay.
I really don't. He left me. All I know is he didn't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't kill me in my sleep because he has to outdo me.
Mm-hmm. Cool. This is not summon him automatically, correct?
No, so the way it reads. Okay. Hold on. Let me double check just to make sure that I'm, because the rival fate binding is just fun. Where is it? Rival. Okay, so when invoked, when the rival Scion is around, they do their best to show him up. Blah 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 blah. Rival doesn't even have to be in the scene. Just knowing they'll hear about it is enough. So when compelled, the Scion's rival is trying to show them up. So basically, they will get enhancement equal to the fate binding strength, which is 2 right now. in an attempt to either best me, outfox me, or show me up.
Cool.
So in this moment, it would depend on what the goal was. And he gains tension. He gets to use tension as momentum for the purposes of doing whatever needs to be done to make me look lesser.
Excellent.
To him specifically.
We pan our camera away from this scene entirely. We find Arturo Perez doing combat, practicing, it seems, with another entity. He feels the pull of the fate binding, and he gets the sense that his rival is doing something wonderful. He is going to endeavor to defeat his opponent utterly, fully, completely. Not so that he can outdo you in this moment. He wants to see exactly what he's going up against, what he's working with. So he wants a free moment so he can look upon you using whatever sorcery he has now. And he may attempt to make an appearance. Return to our scene.
Yeah, as far as I don't think I have any reflexive actions or anything like that I want to use. I think what is any reaction from the Zeusling?
From blinding him, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of screams of agony and pain. He is pissed.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
That would bring us to the Smith, who is rushing toward Zeus. He's still moving at his as normal range bands and such. That brings us to Gregor.
Didn't we skip Thalis?
Oh shit! Apologies. Thalis. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm mortal now. I get it.
Yeah, sorry, man. You're easy to forget now that you're mortal.
Hey,
More like
yeah.
Alice.
I hate this. What you got for me, Thalis?
So yeah, picking myself up off the ground. I'm glad that that worked. I'm trying to remember if I had anything on me, weapon-wise, because I know I've used guns in the past. Master of the World would be a great thing to have right now, but I got that from the Theowise, so I don't know if I usually carried one on me.
There's no way a gun would be here in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, there's no way that it would be.
Best you could have gotten was a sword from one of the soldiers.
Are there any of those that perhaps Zeus has knocked aside? That maybe they dropped that?
I would say
in, like,
so,
a
yes.
supernatural sense, but like a picking up a weapon now, and
I would say so, yes.
We choosing violence today.
Oh, okay.
Thalis, back the fuck up! You're mortal!
Thalis, please.
Do you have any idea how fucking long I've wanted to do this?
See,
And I'm gonna
Thalis.
grab.
It ain't worth dying over, Thalis!
He's still got blessings, yo. He's not blessed right now to be mad. Like this was meant to happen.
So, I would like to grab one of those swords, kind of close that gap, and I just want to stab away at a now blinded Zeus.
Go ahead, let's have it. I'm gonna make a defensive roll.
You still get +3 enhancement from me until the end of the scene, just so you know.
Oh, nice. So for that, let's see. Could this
And
be
critical-
dexterity
criticals
in
are
close
one cheat
combat?
Say again, Thalis?
Would this be dexterity in close combat?
I would see it.
Okay. So I got 4 successes, which got that enhancement there. So going with 7.
7 enhancement. Or, I'm sorry, 7 successes.
A sword should be at least 1, right?
Yeah, it should offer an enhancement as well.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a 0 enhancement sword. That'd be the worst sword ever.
It really would.
It's actually just like a plastic knife that someone would use at a picnic, and it's not even one of the hard clear ones. It's one of like the lame black ones.
Like
They just kind of
snaps as
bend
soon
when
as
you
try to use it.
cut things.
Thalis, with the scale difference, unfortunately, you slice at Zeus.
Mhm.
It cuts him open. The wounds do not stick. You cut into the bowl, and lightning seals them. Static stitches the wounds back together. You do, however, feel in this moment, Thalis, a familiar presence. Daddy's watching.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that attack was all that I had for this turn.
Back the fuck up at least.
Excellent. You
fuck.
may move. You
Yep.
may use move.
I would like to put a little bit of more distance between myself.
I could be a real
that,
fucking dick and be like, you didn't let me do my thing last. I'm not gonna be that way.
I mean, he said that was his turn. You can.
by
but,
all
like,
means, no. You may move backwards. I'm not that much of a dick.
All right. Yeah, I would like to put a little bit of distance between myself, and Zeus. Yeah. Thank
Excellent.
you for that. 'Cause I almost fucked myself there.
We've already covered what the Smith's up to. Gregor.
Does that count as a failed roll? That gives us momentum.
I
back?
certainly would say so.
Okay.
Excellent.
Cool.
Now, if Thalis gets beaten, he has something. We need to make sure he has at least one momentum to use on those moments. Right. This is a bull. Gideon has blinded him. The army is grab the bull, don't kill it. So the army's gonna try to grapple him, which masses scale. So however that wants to go down.
Understood. So the new order, grab the bull.
Yep. And then I was gonna try to meme on Zeus earlier. But it's a bit late for that, unfortunately. He's kind of being surrounded by a bunch of ghouls, and Thalis kind of fucked me over by throwing me so far away. I was originally just gonna have Gideon live stream Gideon beating the shit out of Zeus. But with the mass of faceless yet mouth things, I think I'll just shoot him.
Okay.
I think that's a good thing to do. Heyo. That is 6 in total.
Go ahead and take a momentum, Gregor. The attack lands, dealing no damage.
Oh, we forgot to add all the collateral to the pool for my last action.
Oh, Christ.
It would have been 5.
Okay. We'll add 5 collateral to the pool.
Done. All right. Well, that's my thing. Those guys should, grab him, and then everything should be hunky-dory as Gideon proceeds to just rip out this man's ears. And then the leg.
We return to the top of the round. Zeus's turn. He begins to spout as he shifts form and shape into that of a minotaur. Shifting and moving, he screams out, "You dare oppose me? You dare leave us, your family, those who gave you life? I am your king!" And he dissipates into mist.
You were.
And uses the change shape boon as a simple action.
Okay.
And now has become the storm.
How do you rip the eardrums out of a storm? I think we're about.
It's gonna be real rough. So with that,
You become a similar storm.
using his bolt as a reflexive, He is going to attempt to make a shockwave attack. Basically, he's going to make an attack roll. And even in the vicinity, I think, Gregor, you're far enough to not be hindered by this, but it would be Gideon and Thalis. You may make a defensive roll against his lightning bolt. He's also going to... Oh, nope, he's already used a simple action. No World of Glass.
Okay. So... Yeah, it's the full defensive action is still an option here, or...
Yes, but he is going to use a reflexive action for Pistons of Fists. Pistons for Fists, apologies.
Okay. Does that affect our defense at all?
No, it's just boosting his shit.
Copy. So I got 5 successes on the die, and then does Gideon's boost still apply here? Or is that only
for
for
this, no.
offensive? Just
It's
for
not for
offense?
Yeah.
Copy. Okay, so 5.
This is a lightning bolt, right? Okay,
Yes, apologies.
just checking.
This is a good die. This is a good die.
Gideon needs to know how little he cares about this.
So we have...
That's 11 at +2 durability scale.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. 11 at +2 durability scale.
Yep.
What you got for me, Thalis?
I got 5.
Oh, ooh, oh.
And he's a human.
And
Yeah,
I'm a
he is.
human. This is gonna hurt.
So, we have some stuff to deal here.
Oh shit, he has momentum.
Yeah, but it has to target me directly.
Oh
If
shit.
it's an AoE, it doesn't work.
Damn.
So
So, with your +2 scale... Alright, so we have some stats to deal with. For Gideon, you're going to take a single injury condition with the... Where did it go? With the Pistons for Fists. I'm going to give you the choice. Because this did hit you, you can either... I'm going to give you a choice of being knocked prone or knocked back or range band.
How about instead I just imbue a legend to ignore the injury condition from Stalwart, and then I just stand there.
I will go fuck myself, absolutely.
Cool.
Thalis.
yep.
However, I think that you are not going to be so lucky.
No, probably not.
So, you said 5 successes?
Correct.
Okay. We're going to deal you a critical.
Okay.
So, go ahead and tick 2 more injury conditions.
Okay. That was another bruised and an injured condition.
Excellent.
So maimed is the last one that I got there before taken out.
Excellent.
So
We are not
seen better days.
quite done yet.
Oh fuck.
Not quite enough for a... You know, we might. We're going to go ahead and deal you another injury condition.
Okay.
So you are, for these purposes, maimed. Your bones are broken. You are suffering very much from your mortal frailty.
Yeah.
In this moment, you're broken, Thalis. What's going through your mind? I'm curious. Let's get your insight.
Yeah. It's been a good ride. It's been a very good ride. There was a lot of substances left to imbibe. Um, that time in Cancun was pretty fucking great. Wish I could have done that again. And while there's definitely some regrets along the way, at the end of the day, I'm kicking the bucket as a free man, and that's kind of a nice middle finger on the way out the door.
Excellent. Whatever is going on in the background of your mic makes me want to die, but excellent.
Oh, I'll look into that right now. I was not aware that was happening.
That is going to bring us to Gideon. Something is going to act in tandem with you, Gideon. We'll get to that very shortly. It's not going to affect you at all.
Okay. So we have an extremely broken Thalis. Zeus has taken to the skies because he's scared and blind. Gregor is firing from beyond. All right. Is that an accurate summation of the scenario?
Apologies. Yes.
100%. 100%. I'm way low up there. You're surrounded by a bunch of faceless monsters with mouths.
I will kind of begrudgingly walk over and pick up Thalis. And I will look at the storm. You've proven nothing save that you are a coward, not even deserving of the mantle on loan to you, pissant. But you stay in the sky, close to Daddy. I'll be back to sever you from that which you seek in your destiny and your purpose. Soon. And I leave. As I mumble to myself, I will snatch up Gregor as well. How far did the van roll?
It's about a quarter mile away.
Okay. Then I will throw them in the van, and I will carry the van away.
You said snatching up Gregor?
Yeah.
Because I'm on the way to the van.
Ah, yeah, that's fair.
My final order is to die for me.
Oh my
for those
god.
guys. So they will fight the storm until such a time that they are dead.
And I would like to invoke my epic dexterity for movement to scale. I will also be using the chasing the storm knack that I have to create my own thunderous wreath as I leave a trench of destruction behind me, raising the collateral pool by another 5 points, which I would like to roll immediately as I leave the scene.
Cool. 10 dice.
Understood. Making this at a great deal of scale, using your epic dexterity, you begin to depart. What happens in tandem? You would hear the creatures that Gregor is commanding rip their jaws open, a slit becomes mouth, and they speak in unison. That's quite enough. One of them, as you move past Gideon, you can see begins to twitch violently and shake as it grows a beard and rams horns. and a robe begins to appear around it, and Dionysus stands amidst the storm. Thalis, you are still conscious. Gregor, as are you. Gideon, you are moving, but also still conscious. If this changes anything, by all means. Otherwise, we will continue in initiative order.
No, Gideon made it pretty clear his goals to GTFO. Not gonna
If he wants to hide in the sky, he can hide in the sky. Deal with his ass later. Yeah, as I'm moving, I think so. You said the storm was localized.
Correct.
So how local? Like how local are we talking?
The deal. So with your the rain, the clouds encompass the area. Zeus's storm itself is localized to where you were, maybe a single range band, perhaps two, at most.
Okay. So at scale 5, I can move what 5 range bands?
Correct.
Okay, that's pretty far. The reason I was asking is because is it dry enough to start a fire?
I would certainly say so.
Okay. Then as we pass a, I don't know, structure or a tree, I would like to unleash my fire epicenter upon it. And if I have to imbue a legend to start a fire, I guess I will. But I'll ultimately be spending it to walk into the fire with the van.
Noted. What is the intent here, Gideon?
I'll be utilizing the gateway at the lair in order to go to the lair using my preferred method of entry, which is walking through flame.
Understood. With you entering your divine domain, I'm going to say that as you open the gateway, you are not alone. Something is with Thalis. So it's your choice if you choose to walk through.
Something's with that, like that doesn't tell me a whole lot. Like,
you would be bringing an intruder. Someone who's not been welcomed, someone who's not been formally recognized.
I mean, if they want to trespass, that's up to them. The environment will just eat them. So yeah, I bring them through. And they can suffer the complications when they arrive.
Understood. You step through. We are out of turn order and initiative. Last you saw, Dionysus had claimed that it was enough with the embodiment and incarnation of Zeus that had taken the storm. Thalis and Gregor in the van. Gregor, you're looking over at Thalis. Thalis, you are again still conscious. From your blood begins to form an outline of a humanoid.
Just kind of like pooling out of me, and like the blood on the floor is kind of taking that shape.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? Who is this? What is this?
Man, I can't do shit right now.
Gideon, you step through. You are in your domain. You are safe. Your companions are in the van. You may open the door and speak with them if you like. Thalis, Gregor, it forms into a man with ram's horns, a deep purple robe. He is touching Thalis, and he says, "My darling boy." Is this where you've been hiding?
Oh, that's what.
No.
All of this to prevent. But
I suppose one incarnation is just as good as another. I grabbed the
So,
ram by its horns.
You grab him by his horns?
I did have something. I got something for you. I'm just gonna kind of like strain to like reach into my pocket. I'm gonna take out my wallet, and I'm gonna hold up his credit card and toss it in his face.
Understood. Gideon, you grab him by the horns.
Oh yeah. He can have his conversation from the prison that I intended for the fight that he caused.
He struggles against you and says, "Relax, relax, relax." As you grip his horns, he rushes his hands through his hair. The deep gray, the salt and pepper black and white becomes a flaming red. As the robes melt away, the horns stay present, but they change shape into almost like ibris. Is that what it's called? Not it's long straight horns. We're not gonna get flowery with it. But he is this creature is fairly androgynous, freckled, flaming red mane, thin and lithe, and they wear leathers, not in THOI fashion.
You are not who I was expecting.
Well, to be fair, neither were you. What is friendly? Love your work, by the way.
I continue to stare at this thing. Who are you and why are you here?
Oh, forgive me. Loki, god of mischief.
I grab him by the horns again.
yeah, with fucking.
Testy, testy, testy.
Yeah, fucking. Okay, I guess we're gonna have an incarnation of him in the prison now. Thalis, do you.
You know that
Surrender to
I'm
captivity.
gonna,
or
I'm
be
gonna like
destroyed.
kind of just struggle to like reach over and grab the credit card and kind of just like wipe it up. I'm gonna hold on to this until I can throw it in the proper face.
You have one chance to surrender to captivity or be destroyed.
Oh, by all means, I surrender. I'm actually here to offer you a deal. Well, not you specifically. Him.
Walk.
I'll be in my cell should you change your mind.
Hold on. What kind of a deal?
I'll lock you in with him. You can talk there.
Oh,
Yeah, you talk on the
okay.
side.
Okay, sure.
Um,
As long as you don't mind me bleeding all over the place.
this is
Stop
the place.
bleeding.
This is the place to do that.
I can't.
Um,
I can't do that anymore.
I will march them both to the labyrinth, where I will bury Loki up to his chin in molten rock, surrounded by multiple waterfalls of magma, and give him just enough room to speak with his upper jaw.
As you're doing this, he makes annoying light of the situation. He says, this is a little bit warmer for my taste, a bit uncomfortable. Maybe we could get a little bit of an ice bath as well in tandem.
No.
I'm just saying, if you're going to have guests.
No, this place isn't suitable for guests, I'm afraid. You've made the wrong decision. Should have stayed there.
I
Whatever
very
conversation-
rarely make the wrong decisions.
Have whatever conversation.
killed
you wish to
Boulder.
have.
And then you've told somebody.
Allegedly.
If it
Or that
turns
one-
out that Thalis has no use for you, we will instead peel your mantle from your soul and use it for something useful.
Trickster.
Enjoy your conversation. I leave them. In fact, I leave them. And I will take the time to leave them to their own devices, and I will plot my course to Coursera.
Understood.
We left the alert in California.
I don't need the alert to
did.
get to Coursera.
I love
It's
your
my-
friends.
Yeah, the big guy's a little rough around the edges until you get to know him, but
I look forward to getting to know him.
he's got a good heart to him.
Would you mind if I remove myself?
I mean, I guess I'm not really in a position to stop you. So,
Well,
I mean, I could tell you no, but
Tell him no.
if
Be
it's
assertive.
if it's a comfort thing, he wiggles his arm. He does make things a bit tight.
yeah, like I said, little rough around the edges.
Oh, I know. Come here. Scoot closer. I have, let's call it a gift, a gesture of goodwill.
Just so that the story guide is aware, he is under a permanent level 3 complication for which he will suffer an aggravated injury condition anytime he tries to do anything.
Yes.
Oh, just anything, like not just anything hostile, just anything.
Mhm.
That's oh shit. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and scooch a little closer, I guess.
He is going to touch you. Thalis, you may heal 2 injury conditions.
Oh.
He, however, is going to take an aggravated wound. We'll call it an injury condition. There's not a place we can talk that's not as bitey.
I honestly, I don't know a place around here that that's gonna meet that description.
Well, then I'll just make this brief. I've been watching your little merry band for some time. I'm a huge fan.
Should that be concerning?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't be concerned. And it sounds like you're in need of a new daddy. Or mommy, really, I can be whatever you like.
See, usually these things start over dinner.
Well, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, I suppose you could say, there's some vacancies that have appeared in my life as of late.
Well, as I said, I've been watching you all for some time, and the chaos that you leave in your wake is beautiful. 10 out of 10. My favorite show. It's made me relax on my work quite a bit, actually, if I'm being honest. You're a bit distracting.
Sorry about that.
Don't be. It's been very entertaining. And I'm sure the other ice here are appreciative. But, again, you are without a patron. You're without a divine parent in this moment. And then I thought, why just watch? Why not take part in some of the action? So if you're willing, if you'd like, I'm not sure what your plan was to die as a martyr, but your friend ruined that by saving you. And really, it would have been a... Was that really any way to go out? Really? That was after everything. That was the plan.
I didn't really have much of a plan past that. I didn't expect to need a plan past that.
Well,
But here we are.
now you find yourself in a situation where fate has ruled you, and fate has put you in a position where you need to continue. And continue as a mortal by all means. You'll be boring, and I will lose track of you, and quite frankly, you'll lose track of yourself. But if you want to keep with your friends, you want to continue your little goal, the war in heaven, I've just helped you kickstart that as a freebie. So if you'd like, as I said, I'll be your daddy. And I promise you, I'll be a lot better than your horned menace. He was all of your former companions, your estranged family. They're kind of dicks.
I didn't notice that.
Perfectly fine. We're tying them up as we speak.
Curious what you mean by that.
Oh, did you think Daddy came to stop your beating? No, darling, that was me. I'm doing your work right now. Dionysus, or me, is making the case to Zeus that it was against the agreement that they had. I'm a champion bullshitter. Now Zeus will fuck off back to whatever divine realm. He will discover that it was not the his companion, his brother, cousin. It's so hard to keep track of your fucking relations. He'll discover it was not Dionysus. He may even discover it was me. But what can he do? What's he going to do? Go to war with the Aesir while Titans and the Mythos and dragons are re-emerging? No, I don't think so. And if he does, all the better for your purposes and your friends. As chaos churns, you can do your work.
Now, naturally, you knew this question was coming. But in exchange for what? Obviously, deals should be mutually beneficial at preferably.
Well,
So, in exchange for this, what are you looking for?
entertainment. Your friend's not wrong. There was an issue with Balder. I'm still not really here. I still feel the agony being chained and poisoned with serpent's venom. So this is not really much to me. But there's little brief moments of entertainment, and you have provided the most moments. You and your friends, your companions, are creating beautiful war. Ragnarok is your design. And I love it. I love it. So, in exchange, I just want the war that you're already going to start. Let the war in heaven begin. I just want to be there on the battlefield, side by side with you. It's really not much of a decision, honestly. You're going to do this anyway. Or rather, you were when you had power. Now you are powerless. I'm given the opportunity to take part. Your friends will continue without you. And I might not be able to take an active part if you just don't say yes, then fine. But it's going to happen one way or the other.
It's going to happen either way. Yeah, it's why not have a better role in it?
That's the spirit.
This already sounds like a better situation than because I mean, going back to the Theo, while technically on the table, not really something I'm looking to do.
Good, you're learning from your abusive relationships. Most people, it takes a lifetime to do that.
wouldn't say I'm out of the woods yet.
And again,
But
what's Zeus going to do when he finds out that it wasn't Dionysus that stopped him? He's going to hunt you. He's going to try to find you. You'll need protection. And you can find that with the Aesir. Odin is not so unreasonable that he would see a mistake that I make or a flippant reaction to the world and put me out to dry. We aren't the Greeks. So let me protect you, Thalis.
no. Gonna miss that wine.
We have mead.
Can't say I've experienced that yet, but that, among other things, I'm looking forward to. I think I'm gonna take you up on your offer here.
Excellent. So glad that we reached an agreement.
So, I haven't really done one of these before. Do we?
I'm not one
sign
for
anything?
formalities. You're mine now. And I'm yours. At your beck and call. Let's start a war. How's that sound, baby boy?
Yeah. Sounds like it could be fun.
Lovely. And that is where we'll end Season 2 of Scion Godsend. Well done, everyone. Yeah. Thalis?
Yeah.
New parent is Loki. In case that wasn't clear.
It should be fun.
That was an unexpected decision.
I am sure nothing bad will come of this. I'm sure Loki is a lot more mentally stable than Dionysus.
Hey man, I'm just saying. It sounds like you're about to free all of your siblings and literally start Ragnarok. Loki's the classical mother scorned.
Yeah, but still seems like a better choice than Dionysus.
I'm surprised you just accepted right away. But hey, I probably would have gone for power if I lost all my power too.
We'll deal with XP off screen, but for the end of Season 2, we thank you guys so much for watching, for following along with us. I, of course, thank you guys for playing, and for all of our players, even Charles and Majin, though they're not here. Their actions, anything that they have, will, of course, be felt throughout the rest of the Chronicle. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for playing. I appreciate all of you so much. Do we have any promotion stuff?
I don't exist.
Can't say that I do.
I guess that leaves me. I'm Leco Rodriguez, teamleco.com. I'm a certified personal trainer, specialized in weight loss and body transformation. Still offering free consultations for anyone who wants to talk about their goals and frustrations and or anything in particular regarding your nutrition, activity, general well-being, etc. Or reach out on Twitter at TeamLeco, TEAMLECO.
As always, want to echo that as well. I'm a client of Team LECO, and it's a lovely program. It's wonderful. I have a meeting later this month that I'm actually looking forward to. Normally, I wouldn't be looking forward to those type of things, but the program has made it very easy to follow along, not to fall off the wagon, really, and it's really great. It's great to feel not judged during this process and all that good stuff. It's very helpful. I have nothing but positive things to share and say. And even there's been a couple people that I've seen on Twitter and in the Discord for Team LECO that have had nothing but positive things to say as well. It's been lovely. And I put those in the chat if you guys are interested. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything before I start my spiel?
No?
Excellent. This has been Scion Godsend. This has been the end of season 2. We're moving right along. Wow, we got weird shit going on. Yeah, we have been, of course, the Rolling Nomads. You can find us over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, where our schedule is up to date. You can find things like our Hunter Chronicle, our Book of Saints Chronicle, once that starts back up in season 2. We've got our Witcher, Ways of Old stuff. Yeah, but that is all found on our schedule on twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. Best way to keep up to date with us, personally, is on Twitter @_Rolling Nomads and Hive Social @Rolling Nomads. I've been really bad at posting over there, but I will get better. And that's for all our cancellations, our late starts, our new programming, anything we might be up to in the interim of things, and all that good stuff. So if you want to know when Season 3 is going to come out for Scion Godsend, that's the best way to keep up to date with it. As well, you can find these episodes on YouTube. I'm still in the process of getting things up to date, but there will be a giant mass upload very shortly here, now that everything is basically edited and rendered and properly and all that good stuff. So, youtube.com/Rolling Nomads is where you can find us for all of that good stuff. Anything else I missed?
Summon your animal companion.
I can't. The door is closed.
Yeah, mine is also not here. But there is one other thing. We've got over on our Twitch channel a D&D game, Colder Than a Twitch's Wit. Starts about 2 hours after Scion normally ends. What is Mountain Standard Time? So
6.
It's 7 Central. So
yeah, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, doing a bunch of things over there. And yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. We got clerics, with gods saying that they don't have to be accountable for their actions, allegedly. So
No, we have gods proving their justness.
Not a god, just a man.
God of this world.
There's a lot going on there. Been a wild ride. It's probably going to get crazier. We'll see how that goes.
How dare you try to make me pay money?
See, how dare you make a god pay money? Now give him your donations.
All right, you know what? I'll donate at least 2 to 3 hours of my time on Sunday evenings.
Excellent.
All right, that's 2 to 3 hours of hard labor we get out of him.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you.
Not what I said.
Thank you, David. 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Colder, which is Wit, will be up over on twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. If there's nothing else, well, thank you guys very much for joining us. I'm going to sneeze, so we're going to try to get out of here before I can do that. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys very much. We'll see you guys next time. Same time, same place, same Scions. We'll see you then.